안녕하세요. 솔라이트 인디고 레이싱팀 레이싱 모델 유다현입니다. 자, 오늘은 저희 최명길 감독님과 마누엘 메츠거 선수 모시고 2019 블랑팡 GT 월드 챌린지 아시아 시리즈의 가장 하이라이트 부분을 함께 보시고 한번 리액션을 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
So I guess that's your part, Ricardo. As Sepang, I wasn't there, unfortunately, because of my accident.
What happened?
I unfortunately had a bike accident, so I fell with my road cycle and fell on my left
Like
femur.
bicycle or bike?
Road bike, not with an engine.
That's such a crazy race with rain, dry, rain, dry.
Ah, yeah, I remember that because I watched from home. Could it be slicks? Will you change to wets? I think some guys went to wets, but you stayed on slicks, right?
Yes, every lap just before the pit entry, we were on the radio like, go in, no, go in, no, go in, no, and stayed on.
Yeah.
Which was the right thing to do, but it was really slippery.
오,
Whoops. Going around the outside.
왜 이렇게 된 거예요?
Not my fault.
이렇게 따라오면 좀 무서울
Nice
것
move.
같아요.
재밌어요.
부닥쳤어요.
Yeah, a little touch there.
저 정도면은 차에 무리가 없나요? 저 정도 부닥치면?
이거 괜찮아요.
저희는 이때 몇 위를 한 거죠?
2등.
개막전에 2등한 소감이 어떠셨어요?
행복했죠.
1등 할 수 있었는데 약간 성이 안 찼잖아요.
네,
이런
조금
아쉬운 점이 더.
아쉬웠어요.
이 세팡전 보시면서 좀 기분이 어떠셨는지.
생각보다 우리 그 결과 잘 나왔는데 근데
1등을 할 수 있었지만 2등을 해서 조금
네,
아쉬웠던
그쵸.
경기였다.
Yeah, they did a great job leading the championship after Sepang. So I think it was a great weekend, and having the first podium in the new season was also great. So I had fun watching that from home. Unfortunately, the first race it wasn't the victory. It was quite close, but wasn't the first victory, but was still room for improvement. So the weather looks a bit better than race one.
yeah, it was really hard.
이렇게 더울 때는 어떤 생각하시면서 타세요? 아, 없어요? 그냥 아무리 더워도?
Well, you don't think a lot because you have to drive a race. Therefore, you cannot really concentrate on the weather. You just feel how it gets hotter in the car and you're sweating more and sweat drops are running down your face and into your eyes. Just feel it and think more about it when you're out of the race car and feel how you sweat and it goes on like sweating.
아, 이때는 5위로 마무리가 됐네요. 그러면 좀 많이 아쉬우셨겠어요. 전 첫 경기 때는 2등을 했는데.
Yeah, but it was okay because we finished P5 like with 10-second penalties.
브리람에서 열렸던 경기를 함께 보시도록 하겠습니다. 우리 매치거 선수도 함께 저희 뛰어주셨잖아요. 화이팅해서 보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 5위로 시작했네요.
First race again, a good start from you, starting P6 or 7 and moving up the order.
세팡보다 훨씬 더 안 더워 보이는데요?
No, it was more hard. I remember Manuel even had coconut water and a beach towel and flip-flops.
Yeah, which I wear now at the moment. I love flip-flops and coconut water. So Thailand is perfect. We had no beach, so it was a bit of a shame. But we had a racetrack. So now seeing you moving up the order, already being P3. Oh, we changed already, so I'm leading. And I'm finally racing.
Welcome.
First time with the team this season, and also first time racing after my accident. So I was quite happy that I had the pace, and you handed the car over to me in P1, so I just had to finish the race without doing something stupid.
Let's go. The car was really amazing.
Yeah,
오시고 나서 바로 1등으로 오, 되게 좋으셨겠다.
yeah, it felt great. The car on this track, it suited perfect. We had a great setup, and it was just fun to drive. Even though it was really hot, I have to admit. So this half an hour was really tough to drive, but yeah, like I said, the car was great, and then it was just fun. You get into a rhythm, and you don't mind the heat. Now final lap, 10 seconds of a gap, just bringing it home. First victory for Solite Indigo.
1등을 한 번도 안 놓치고 계속 그냥 쭉 그대로.
Yeah, that was great. Also proud for the whole team. We put a lot of effort in. Also Ricardo as a team manager put a lot of effort in to put the team together, to put together everything perfect. And yeah, it was just great to bring the victory home.
Where do you have the trophy?
At home.
처음 여기서 이제 매치거 선수랑 합을 맞추신 거잖아요.
I mean, we already drove together last year. So I knew already like what it was to drive with Manuel and like where his strong points were, and it really showed in this race. It was really good. Even last year we could have almost won the race, but now we really did.
이 블랑팡 경기는 중간에 선수를 교체를 하잖아요. 그래서 감독님이 생각하시는 그런 전략 이런 게 따로 있을까요?
Please do explain.
The driver change itself is quite easy. You just have a minimum pit time, so you cross the entry line, the time starts running, and you have done 1 minute 30 until you have to cross the exit line. You cannot do that quicker, so if you do it 1 minute 29.9, you're too quick, you get a penalty. So you have to be above that 1 minute 30. So it plays quite an important role to get the car out on a free track, just solve some problems you have during a race.
Pretty much the same. I mean, the strategy is always to change like when you have the most advantage over other competitors, which is something we closely monitor in the pit, like to see who else is stopping at which point and how quick their pace is. So we always try to take an advantage of that, which sometimes works really well, sometimes we slightly off, but that's the game.
지금 후지에서 열린 7, 8라운드가 남았는데요. 이것도 한번 보실까요? Go, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Go.
Bye bye.
오! 와, 바로 역전. 우와!
Nice move, mate. You tricked him, huh?
This race we got a slow puncture like on the tires, so it was really difficult to keep in front. The first laps were pretty good, and then I saw the tire pressure dropping and dropping and dropping.
But I think from the outside nobody really recognized because your speed was still good
But
and
I
you
could see
could
the
hold
layers.
up the others. So except us, we knew, but all the others.
어머, 왜 뚜껑 열고 가는 거죠? 이거 어떻게 하면 좋아?
No, it was a long race like this, holding them back,
I think we were a bit afraid of Fuji because of the long straight, right?
which was true.
Yeah.
달리실 때 직선거리랑 곡선거리가 있잖아요. 어떤 게 더 강점이라고 생각하세요?
I mean, I like the straights, but our car doesn't really like the straights. So in the combination with our car, with the drivers, like we like high-speed corners.
The long straight is good to relax, to breathe and look at the sky, or talk to the team, or drink, or whatever. Like he said, for our car is not ideal, so therefore I said Fuji was a bit of a worry for us because of the long straight. But we have a very strong car in the corner, so I like cornering more. Fuji was not my favorite track. I came there and was like, oh, okay, Fuji, yeah, let's do it. But in the end, the outcome was really good. Still, it's not my favorite track. 3 minutes
Also
ago.
managing the traffic, I mean, it's not easy. Also the first race with the new stickers, like on the track.
New design. Yeah, car still looking sharp, turning nicely, having good traction. Car was great that race. It was really good. Could push all the 35 minutes. It was a lot of fun.
Good on the tires as well.
Yeah. Second win of the season was a great feeling to stand on top again.
이때도 역시 1위를 다른 차를 제치고 딱 앞에 나갔을 때 그 기분이 어떠세요?
Hard to say. I mean, never really thought about that actually.
Yeah, I feel happy obviously because I gained the position, I gained more points in the championship, and to overtake is always a nice feeling. If you get overtaken, it's not a nice feeling that you don't like as a racing driver. You just want to go ahead, move on, and climb up in the ranking. So for me, it's a good feeling.
Do you remember this round?
Yes, it was a nice race.
It was luckily not that hot.
No, and not humid at all.
어느 나라가 제일 더우셨어요? 한국이? 그래요? 제일 더웠어요?
First time pole position for you, so it was great on home soil
And a good start.
and a good start.
Here I thought I had the whole race already, but then
Yeah. Suddenly the Porsche passed.
어떻게 가?
Small contact, pushing.
no, there was no contact, but
어떻게?
And another track. We knew sector 1 would be very difficult because long straight, then braking, long straight again. So this was again hard for us, but luckily sector 2 and 3 were in our favor. But just to overtake is very difficult when you have a car which is not good in straight line speed.
그럼 별로 선수들이 안 좋아하는 그런 트랙이겠어요.
no, just for us.
아하. 그럼 가장 좋았던, 여기는 그래도 좀 안 좋았던 트랙이었고 가장 좋았던 트랙이 있다면?
No, only sector 1 was bad for us. Sector 2 and 3 for us really good.
A real nice track. I love this the most. So this, from the whole calendar, this was the nicest track for me. Really nice corners, like mentioned before, sector 2 and 3 were just great to drive with the car. And we had a perfect setup for this race, so it was really a joy to drive.
어려운 트랙이었는데 그래도 1위를 하고 계세요. 전 되게 뿌듯했거든요. 한국에서 최초로 국제 경기 블랑팡이 하는데 거기서 1위를 했다. 헉, 엄청 좋았거든요. 근데 되게 힘들게 어려운 트랙이어서
That
되게
was not
힘들게.
easy because it's home track, so you want to do really well, but at the same time we don't race here like at all. So we don't really have home advantage or anything. So everybody's expectation was very high, but for us there was not anything special. It was difficult.
Yeah, not the easiest track, especially for me to learn from all the new tracks. This was one of the most difficult ones, and I was struggling the most. Was not easy, but it was fun learning the track.
지금까지 다녔을 때 어디 나라 레이싱분들이 가장 예뻤나요?
Definitely you, because you are here the second time now.
야,
It's the only one second time here. So you also like us, right? If you come here the second time?
예. 감독님은 어디 나라?
Go to the race. Nice movie.
So the most important theme, again, we have a slow car. The first one, the leader, he thinks he can pass, but he couldn't. So I just took the advantage, went around the outside.
순식간에 차 두 개를.
Yeah, it was again a bit of luck, but I think I read the situation right, chose the right lane, and off we go. Then I could pull a gap, and yeah, from then on the race was quite easy.
For you it was easy. For us it was quite hard to look at.
이쯤 되면은 라이벌로 생각이 되는 팀이 있을 것 같아요. 그렇죠?
Yeah, from here we had two strong competitors, which was the 911 Porsche who won P3, and in P2 the Ferrari. Here it was very clear who was going to lead for the championship.
And by that race, you took over the championship lead by 1 point. So up until that, the championship was very close.
멋있다. 양옆에 차 가운데로 1등으로 들어오는 거 너무 멋있네요.
Look what he does now. He sit on the roof.
Oh yes.
리액션, 야.
Yes, if you win, you have to celebrate. Yeah, that felt just great. Being on first position in South Korea, where the team is at home.
진짜 궁금한 게 이 샴페인 할 때 하면은 시원하신가요?
No, not really, because the champagne was too warm and too like
아, 진짜?
standing out there for like an hour.
Yeah, not too nice. Second race, good starting position, P3.
Not a great start.
Again, I have to be honest, didn't have the best start. Lost 2 positions. Here it's just 1 position lost, I think, but then lost another one. So I still have to work on my starts. They are not good at all. Went back to even P6, from P3 to P6, so start was not good. Luckily I could keep the Porsche and the Audi behind, and the Ferrari was in front. I was same speed. Sometimes I was a bit quicker, but couldn't really make a move on him, so just stayed behind and stayed close. And we had again this 15 seconds penalty for the second race.
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah, that was long. Yeah.
Now my move comes
Yes.
from the weekend.
Yeah. Being quicker than a Ferrari, catching.
오!
He did a mistake. Staying on the outside, having the nose a bit in, and
오! 오!
going for it.
이상한 거 아니에요, 얘가?
Was okay.
Nice move.
I didn't close any gaps. The gentleman in front was also very quick.
Yeah. And there you were already P5, and this with a 15-second penalty, so that showed the great potential we had and the great car we had there. And even went up more, so went to P4, which was the best we could do without a penalty for the next race, for the last round. So it was the perfect weekend.
4위로 마감이 됐네요. 노면 온도가 한 5, 60도였다고 하거든요. 그럼 진짜 더우셨을 것 같아요.
We were melting.
한국에서 열렸던 경기까지 보셨는데 기억에 남았던 순간? 그런 게 따로 있으실까요?
But I must say that although they are not here like the other 2 drivers that we raced together with, like in this season, Gabriele Piana and Patrick Niedhausen, big thanks to them because they also did an amazing job to help us develop the car over the season and to give their input to win this.
Yeah.
네, 그럼 지금까지 인디고TV의 최명길 감독님과 마누엘 메츠거 선수였습니다. 다음에 만나요. 안녕. 네.